Have you ever heard of a place that vanished so completely that the only clue left behind was a single carved word? CROATOAN. Today, we dive into one of history's most chilling mysteries, the Lost Colony of Roanoke. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and comment if you enjoy mysterious histories. In 1587, more than 115 English settlers stepped onto Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. They were hopeful, determined, and ready to build the first permanent English colony in North America. But within just a few years, every one of them would disappear without a trace. No bodies, no signs of struggle, no explanation, just the haunting silence of an empty settlement, and a carved message no one has ever fully understood. The colony's governor, John White, returned to England for supplies just weeks after the settlers arrived. But England was on the brink of war with Spain, and White's return was delayed not for months, but for 3 long years. 3 years in which the colonists were left alone, in a harsh environment, short on resources, surrounded by powerful tribal nations, and cut off from the world. Imagine White's anxiety as he sailed back, finally allowed to return in 1590. He expected hardships, but nothing could prepare him for what he saw. When White reached Roanoke, he found the settlement deserted, houses dismantled, fortifications removed. No signs of fire, battle, or panic. Everything was gone peacefully, almost deliberately. The only clue was carved into a wooden post. CROATOAN, and on a nearby tree just 3 letters. Crow. White took this as a sign the colonists had moved to CROATOAN Island, home to friendly indigenous allies. But a violent storm blew his ships off course, forcing him back to England. He never made it back to search for them. Not once. Not ever. And the colonists were never seen again. For more than 430 years, researchers have tried to explain what happened. Here are the most compelling theories. 1. Integration with native tribes. Some believe the colonists joined the CROATOAN or other tribes for survival. European features were later reported among some native groups, but no proof ever surfaced. 2. Starvation or disease. Harsh winters and poor supplies may have forced the colonists to move. But why the carvings? Why no graves? 3. Hostile attack. A violent conflict may have occurred, but no bodies were found, no weapons, no evidence. 4. Lost at sea. Some say the settlers built boats and attempted to sail back to England. The Atlantic would have swallowed them. 5. A code only the colonists understood. Was CROATOAN a destination? A warning? A final plea? To this day, historians still argue about what it really meant. Over the centuries, there have been stories, whispers of fair-skinned children living among tribes, rumors of English-style houses deep in the woods, reports of blue-eyed indigenous families with no known European ancestry, but none of it has ever been confirmed. The Lost Colony remains exactly that, lost. Recent archaeological digs have uncovered European artifacts miles from Roanoke, tools, pottery, and metal objects dated to the late 1500s. They hint that the colonists may have split into multiple groups, a desperate attempt to survive, a slow fade into history. But still, nothing conclusively ties these items to the settlers. The puzzle remains incomplete. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony is one of history's most enduring mysteries. No matter how much time passes, one question echoes across the centuries. Where did they go? Were they lost? Were they rescued? Or did they simply choose a new life, one we will never fully understand? One word still stands as the only trace of their existence. CROATOAN, a message carved into wood and carved into history. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Tell us, what do you think happened to the Lost Colony?